It is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! As we watch two of the most underrated decks of this current format go at it. Two decks that possibly won't even be hit by a Forbidden List. True Draco is going to go start off by activating Heritage, tributing it for the summon of Ignis, set a card face down and pass the turn. Not the most optimal hand from True Draco, sometimes that does happen. Let's see what Thunder Dragon can do to possibly take the game already in their favor. Thunder Dragon activating Gold Sarcophagus, using its effect to be able to banish one card from the deck. It looks like Ignis is going to be able to chain its effect anytime a monster effect or card effect activates. True Draco can take advantage by using its tribute summon monsters to gain more resources, which allows you to always stay in the game. In this particular sequence, it looks like Gold Sarcophagus is going to find a Thunder Dragon Roar, which is going to trigger its effect to allow Thunder Dragon to special summon a monster from their deck to their side of the field. That's going to be Thunder Dragon Dark this time around, and this card is really powerful for the Thunder Dragon strategy, as if it's sent to the graveyard, it allows you to add a Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand, and is typically the card that you want to summon off a Thunder Dragon Roar, because the other Thunder Dragon monsters, while good, aren't going to give you this much advantage. So Thunder Dragon typically does have an excellent, and what I mean excellent, it has an amazing matchup against decks that love to search, but True Draco is a little bit different. It is a deck that does love to search, but also can draw really well. It looks like Thunder Dragon is going to activate Instant Fusion, paying 1,000 life points to be able to special summon a fusion monster, this time Common Area Attack, and then we'll be able to banish the Common Area Attack and a Thunder monster from the hand to follow up with a Titan, or just use both the Common Area and the Thunder Dragon Dark for a Link Summon. So that Link Summon will be able to make a summoner to the side of the field and trigger the effect of Thunder Dragon Dark. Remember, as I told you, it adds a Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand. And the reason why that card is just so good, because it's not restricted to just monsters. You can add Thunder Dragon Fusion, which is amazing in pure builds. But this time around, it looks like Thunder Dragon are going to find just the OG Thunder Dragon from the Metal Raider set. Using said Thunder Dragon from the hand, it's going to retrieve another Thunder Dragon, and then that Thunder Dragon is going to retrieve the third copy of Thunder Dragon from the deck to the hand. Now, if you do it this particular way, you get Thunder Dragons in the graveyard, which could fuel for your Chaos plays or your Fusion plays. Thunder Dragon now following up by using Thunder Dragon Fusion. Having Link Arrows is really good, meaning that can summon multiple monsters from the extra deck to the side of the field now. It looks like both of those Thunder Dragons and a Thunder Dragon Roar are going to be shuffled into the deck. That means it's going to be a fusion summon for one of the stronger of the two Thunder Dragons, and Thunder Dragon Titan. Thunder Dragon Titan just works so well with Thunder Dragon itself, because anytime you discard a Thunder monster, you can trigger the effect of Titan to be able to destroy a card. But it looks like True Draco has the response in Infinite Impermanence to be able to negate Thunder Dragon Titan, preventing True Draco from losing its entire board. Thunder Dragon 2 is going to be added from the deck to the hand, and it could be activated, but it's not going to pop off with Thunder Dragon Titan's effect, seeing that its effect is negated. So it looks like some Summoner is going to be used for that fusion summon right into Thunder Dragon Colossus, even though it's a special summon, but you guys get what I'm saying. And Thunder Dragon Colossus might just be the game winner for this particular situation. True Draco can actually get a ton of cards from the deck to the hand by drawing them, but in this particular situation, it's going to be a little bit harder because Dragonic Diagram is one of your powerful starter cards, and it's not available. So it's going to go ahead and be passed right back to True Draco, who is going to use Pot of Duality. And it was actually a discrepancy between both players. We're going to go ahead and list it as a misplay, because Pot of Duality wouldn't be able to be activated through the effects of Thunder Dragon Colossus. But it's a pretty big oversight from the player, something that you guys can learn from. Excavation is still adding from the deck to the hand, even though Excavation, it's just something that's one of those lost words in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. What is Excavation at this point in time? It hasn't been printed on a single card in quite some time. Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix using its effect for the tribute summon of a Majesty Maiden, and then another Majesty Maiden, seeing how True Draco did break it, drew multiple True Draco monsters, is going to be summoned, and then Card of Demise is going to be followed up to draw 3 cards. Just revisiting that Excavation thing, cards like Thunder King Ryo and Thunder Dragon Colossus do stop it, but it was a mechanic that was introduced for the Sylvan strategy, and we pretty much have not seen it since, so really want to deep dive into Excavation itself. During the end phase of True Draco's turn, Thunder Dragon Dark is not going to be activated. It's going to be activated. That was an interesting take. It would actually been a really smart move to activate the Thunder Dragon, Dark, being able to pop a card and put it into the graveyard. Majesty Maiden wouldn't be able to activate her effect because Colossus is face up on the field. So Thunder Dragon is going to activate from the hand, and now True Draco is forced to chain a card to prevent Thunder Dragon Titan from activating its effect. That's going to be there can be only one. Now, there are 2 Thunder monsters on the side of the field, so Thunders must choose which monster would be sent to the graveyard. It looks like Thunder Dragon Colossus is going to be the card of choice, but Thunder Dragons are still a little bit wary on what card is going to be decided. Will it be the Titan? Will it be the Colossus? And it looks like maybe the Titan just might not stay. The Colossus could stay and prevent True Draco from adding cards from the deck to the hand. That's going to be pivotal. It looks like that's the decision that's going to be made. Thunder Dragon Titan being sent to the graveyard in place of Thunder Dragon Colossus. And now Draconic Diagram won't be a card in True Draco's arsenal to beat this board. Just to let you guys know, if you guys are trying to get some awesome mats, use that code, the code that you just saw, TheCaliEffect 10 off, to receive 10% off your entire purchase from Imperium Duelist. I'll leave the links down below in the description. Now, Thunder Dragon Colossus is going to declare an attack on the Majesty Maiden. True Draco doesn't really have a response. That Majesty Maiden is just going to be sent to the graveyard. And I know what you guys are thinking, another graphic? Well, I do have that Thunder Dragon deck profile on deck, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to see it, go ahead and love that video up. But if you are a Patreon, you can see it right here, right now. Just go ahead and check your Patreon, and you'll be able to see that Thunder Dragon deck profile. So passing it right back to True Draco, they know that they can't search a card, so they're going to go ahead and scoop it up. Give up a point to Thunder Dragon being able to summon that Colossus and then sit on it, preventing True Draco from making their bad hand better. So it looks like Terraforming is going to be activated to start off True Draco's turn, adding a Draconic Diagram. And now that diagram can find some more cards, but it looks like Pot of Desires is going to be activated before that. Now, the reason why I say this matchup is very, very fair, because on paper it does look lopsided. Thunder Dragon Colossus completely prevents True Dracos from activating their certain or some of their key cards. But then you start to notice a little bit different things about the matchup, just some slight works that both of the decks have, and it's a lot more even than players like to give on. So Pot of Desires is going to be activated, banishing 10 cards from the deck to be able to draw 2 additional cards. Those resources that were banished don't really mean anything for the True Draco strategy. It's going to be able to get 2 more resources and pop off with some insane plays. As Pot of Desires is going to be sent to the graveyard, it looks like Draconic Diagram and 3 cards are going to be activated. 2 cards set face down. Another card and Card of Demise is going to be activated, giving True Draco 3 additional cards, almost like they had an 8-card hand or a 7-card hand because, you know, Card of Demise did go to the graveyard. This is going to allow True Draco to pop off as they're going to tribute a There Can Be Only One bold play for the Ignis Heat of True Draco Warriors. Not having any other cards left in the hand, Card of Demise will resolve, not discarding any cards and passing it back on to Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon is going to activate the effect of Thunder Dragon to be able to add more of them from the deck to the graveyard. Ignis is going to chain its effect, met by a Forbidden Chalice, not allowing Ignis to be able to get that search. But it looks like True Draco may have a response. Do they? And they do, inside of an Imperial Order. That's going to negate the Forbidden Chalice, which means Ignis will get its search. But even more importantly, Thunder Dragon won't be able to pop off with some of their great plays. Thunder Dragon is actually a very spell-reliant deck at times. Being able to get some of your really good power cards to pop off with your plays, it's going to be critical. And Imperial Order will definitely prevent Thunder Dragon from doing most of those things. So it could be a game changer for this specific strategy. So it looks like Thunder Dragons are going to still be exchanged, sent to the graveyard, and it looks like Thunder Dragon may have to try to find a way out of that Imperial Order to advance its game state. There are lots of spells that definitely in the Thunder Dragon's arsenal right now that can't be used because of Imperial Order. Aloof Lupine is going to be normal summoned. And immediately, Thunder Dragon is going to go ahead and shotgun the Monarch's Erupt. Now, we're going to detonate this as a misplay because Aloof Lupine does have a cost effect to banish, but it looks like since True Draco shotgun the Monarch's Erupt, I mean, you don't necessarily need to lose Aloof Lupine. You didn't declare the activation if your opponent just shotguns the card. That's something that you guys should always look for, making sure your opponent wants to activate or resolve effects. Possibly in this situation, a Lupine would banish a card that the Thunder Dragon player wasn't really wanting to banish. So it looks like another card of Demise is going to be activated, and this is the reason why True Draco is just so freaking powerful. Cards like Card of Demise don't hurt the deck whatsoever. Being able to just, go through your deck as expedient as possible, get as many resources as you need, it can be critical for just owning whatever your opponent has to do. So it looks like a True Draco Apocalypse is going to be added from the deck to the hand after tributing that Imperial Order to be able to summon another True Draco monster to the side of the field. This deck is really big at just sort of mounting a ton of advantage and possibly going for deadly. Now, if you guys actually want to see this True Draco deck profile, it is actually live for everyone to view on Patreon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, even if you guys are not a part of the Patreon clan, you can see it. I just wanted to let you guys know our Patreon members did see it a lot earlier. Now, it looks like Apocalypse is going to be tributed for the summon of your Dynamite. And I want to keep you guys in mind that no damage can be inflicted to the Thunder Dragon player, so this attack simulation would be game if Card of Demise was not activated, but Thunder Dragon is actually going to go ahead and scoop it up anyways. There really wasn't much that Thunder Dragon did see as an out to that. Going into game 3, Thunder Dragon is going to start off with normal summoning a Lupine, banishing the Thunder Dragon Roar and a Thunder Dragon Matrix, so this can be pretty nasty for Thunder Dragon, as a Thunder Dragon Dark and another Matrix is going to be added from the deck to the hand. This deck will now be able to pop off with some serious plays. Following up, it looks like both of those monsters are going to be used for a Link summon. That's going to go ahead and make the IP Masquerena, but more importantly, it's going to trigger the effect of Thunder Dragon Dark, allowing Thunder Dragon to add another Thunder Dragon card from the deck to the hand. This time around is going to be that Thunder Dragon Hawk that Thunder Dragon was desperately looking for, or is it? Yes, that Thunder Dragon Hawk is going to be activated to spell summon the banished Thunder Dragon Roar, and now that monster is going to be immediately used for a Link summon into Thunder Dragon Colossus. Now, this isn't the best hand for Thunder Dragons, just ending on one Thunder Dragon Colossus and IP Masquerena. Normally you want to open with a little bit more, but Thunder Dragons are going to be okay. True Draco is going to have a hard time getting over this Thunder Dragon Colossus, and IP Masquerena does make situations a little bit more different, because even if they are able to get rid of the Colossus, they're also going to have to be able to deal with IP Masquerena linking both of them off for another form of disruption, giving Thunder Dragon something that it didn't have, additional disruptions or active disruptions on your opponent's turn. So it looks like it's going to be Thunder Dragon's turn, and they're going to top deck the card of Oblivion. Like, they just so happen to top deck a Infinite Impermanence to negate the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Now it looks like True Draco can get that search off if they need to, activating the Dragonic Diagram. Kind of weird that they didn't even try to bait the IP Masquerena, but it looks like IP Masquerena is going to be activated in response to the activation of Dragonic Diagram, fusing off both the Masquerena and the Thunder Dragon Colossus, or linking off, my apologies. And that's going to go ahead and make a Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn is going to chain its effect. It's going to be able to discard a card from the hand, this one being a Thunder Dragon Dark, to shuffle in the Dragonic Diagram. Now, I know it's a little bit easier to say that you have to bait the Thunder Dragon Colossus, but maybe Thunder Dragon actually doesn't even have anything to bait it with, so it had to use the diagram. It's going to go ahead and set 4 cards face down, only confirming the suspicion that it didn't, and then pass the turn right back to Thunder Dragons. They're on a roll right now. Nightmare Unicorn is a pressure card. It can't be destroyed by card effects, and it looks like a Luna the Dark Spirit is going to follow. It's going to be banishing Thunder Dragon Roar, but it's going to be met with there can be only one. Now, Thunder Dragon can't have more of the same type in the graveyard, but Thunder Dragon Roar is going to trigger since it was banished with Luna the Dark Spirit. And there can be only one is a really fun card that Thunder Dragon can play around with, thanks to the new Chaos Impact set. Cards like Luna the Dark Spirit kind of help you bypass cards like there can be only one. The only drawback is Luna is a fiend monster, so you can't make nightmare cards to get rid of there can be only one, but you can still definitely play Yu-Gi-Oh! It looks like a Thunder Dragon Dark is going to hit the side of the field, and those 2 monsters can be used for a link. It doesn't look like Thunder Dragon is just quite done yet. They might be actually going for a really big play. Luna and Thunder Dragon Dark are going to be used for a link summon to Wee Witch's Apprentice. And then Thunder Dragon Dark is going to trigger her effect. That'll allow you to get a Thunder Dragon card from the deck to the hand. It looks like maybe a Thunder Dragon Colossus or a Thunder Dragon Titan play is well on its way, which could be critical. It'll be able to prevent True Draco from searching yet again, putting them in the driver's seat. Thunder Dragon is going to be added from the deck to the hand, and maybe a Titan play if Thunder Dragon Fusion is already in the hand. That can be even good too, because it'll be able to destroy There Can Be Only One, and then other cards, allowing Thunder Dragon to pop off with more plays. So following up, it's going to be really exciting to see what Thunder Dragon is going to do with this particular sequence. Thunder Dragon's going to use its effect to fetch another Thunder Dragon. And then, of course, that Thunder Dragon is going to be used to fetch the third Thunder Dragon, just piling that graveyard up, getting the graveyard ready for a Thunder Dragon Fusion, so it's just a free play. No, it looks like two are going to be added to the hand. Whoa, this is interesting. Oh, no. It's going to be sent to the graveyard. So, yes, Thunder Dragon Fusion is going to be activated. It looks like a Titan's going to come down, but no, True Draco has the response in Solemn Judgment, paying half of the life points to prevent their board from being completely broken. This was almost worth, but can Thunder Dragon actually follow up with a huge play? All they have to do is put another monster on the side of the field, preferably dark, maybe a Thunder Dragon duo, and this could be game. Does Thunder Dragon have what it takes to be able to put those monsters on the side of the field? No. It looks like We Witch's Apprentice is just going to attack for 1900 damage. It's going to be right back to True Draco's turn. It's their time to be able to break this feeble board and then rely on the backbone of There Can Be Only One to follow up. And it looks like the perfect top deck, as Pot of Desires is going to be activated, banishing 10 cards from the top of your deck, curing 2 more cards. True Draco is being put in a very good spot. I just noticed how both of these decks have TD as their initials, Thunder Dragon, True Draco, and they're some of my favorite decks of all time. I hope the next one of my favorite deck starts with a TD as well, so we just call them the TD Boys. TD Boys, Titty Boys, Touchdown Boys. Huh. It looks like Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix is going to be treated for Majesty Maiden attacking over the We Witch's Apprentice. And now We Witch's Apprentice is going to trigger her effect. And here's where we have the final misplay caught to you guys by my beta testers. Majesty Maiden is going to activate its effect, but it cannot activate its effect in the damage step where We Witch's Apprentice would activate. Fortunately, it does not change the outcome of the game. We Witch's Apprentice is still deciding on what it wants to add. It could add IP Masquerade, it could add itself back to the hand, it could add Nightmare Unicorn. But I think Thunder Dragon knows exactly what it's doing. It's going to go ahead and add the appropriate card from the graveyard to the hand to allow it to pop off with some plays depending on its hand sequence. And this time around, it's going to be... it looks like we don't know just yet. And it looks like Majesty Maiden will add an Ignis from the deck to the hand illegally, but again, it does not change the game right now. So yes, definitely some thought is being used. It looks like Luna the Dark Spirit is going to be activated, the card from Chaos Impact. And I have to tell you guys, I know y'all want to see that deck profile, so love this video up. Let us know that you want to see this deck profile down below in the comment section. I'll give you an in-depth profile. And then again, for the people that are looking for that top-down view, it is on Patreon if you are a member. It is a Patreon exclusive. If we do the deck profile, it will be available as well. So it looks like Instant Fusion is going to be activated, but it's met with an Imperial Order yet again. True Draco is definitely driving this home. They don't want Thunder Dragon to be able to activate any spell cards. They don't want them summoning monsters with different types to the side of the field. And this could be really crazy. This could be the game clincher right here, as Imperial Order will be a card to prevent players from playing spell cards in a situation where spell cards are pretty pivotal. As it looks, it's going to be Luna the Dark Spirit being activated to be able to special summon itself to the side of the field. Not activated, I'm sorry. It does not activate, it just summons itself. And it's going to banish a dark monster from the graveyard. And the crazy thing about this is that it's going to banish a Thunder Dragon Dark, which means that Dragon Dark will be able to trigger its effect to get a free search. Now, True Draco would actually be able to respond with Majesty Maiden, the True Draco caster, to be able to add a monster from the deck to the hand. And here's where, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it doesn't matter. That Ignis would be in the hand no matter what at this point in time, so there you have it. So yes, it looks like Thunder Dragon Duo is finally going to hit the board, or hit the hand, and eventually hit the board by banishing a Light and a Dark monster. The only real question is, does True Draco have a response? Because if the Thunder Dragon Duo and the Luna the Dark Spirit are allowed to attack, this is exact game 2100 damage inflicted to the opponent, which will just flat out win the game in favor of Thunder Dragon. So it looks like a Light Monster and Thunder Dragon Hawk and a Dark Monster and a Loof Lupine are going to be the targets for the summon of Thunder Dragon Duo. And will this be the end of the game? Thunder Dragon Duo declaring its attack, or no, Thunder Dragon Hawk using its effect. Hopefully Thunder Dragon can find some more cards, maybe a little bit scared of that back row, see what's going on before they actually declare their attacks, and possibly go for game or lose the game depending on what is going on here. Shuffling the deck and then handing it back to True Draco. I'm excited. I'm at the edge of defeat. I hope you guys are excited. They're at the edge of defeat. We are about to find who is the winner of this match. Is Thunder Dragon draws 2 cards, attacks with the Thunder Dragon Duo. This is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it is over. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have so many awesome rewards. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to share with a friend, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day, like I am.